Hello, class. All right, over the weekend I asked you to at least try both of these. So, at the minimum, here are some things that a good try should look like. So when you substitute, your steps would say solve one of the variables, one of the equations for one of its variables. This one is already in x equals format. So what you should do is you should take this. This is x. X is as x equals. Take that and put it into the other equation in place of x. So now we're going to rewrite that equation. So 4 times x, but instead of writing x, we're going to write this. So we need parentheses because we'll be distributing. So 4 times y minus 1, and then just bring down the rest of that equation. After you do that, you have completed step 2. You have substituted the expression. Now we only have y's left in this case. Step 3 says solve. So now you use those solving steps we always do. Distribute first. So 4y. 4 times negative 1 is negative 4. Bring everything else down. You have variables on both sides. So most of the time we undo the lesser variable. So that gives us y. Drop that down. Drop the equal sign down. Those cancel. And we have 3. And then, of course, you add 4 to both sides, and you get y equals 7. So that is half of our answer. Remember that your answers are always going to be in x comma y form, because what we're actually finding is if we graph these, where the 2 lines would cross on a graph. So our y is 7. We need to find x. What equation would we use to find x? Wow, look here. Use the x equals or x is equation. So x equals y minus 1. Since we know y, we plug it in, and x equals 6. Excuse me. So now we have our solution. We could check that. If we plug 7 in here for y, 7 minus 1 is 6. X is 6. It works there. If we plugged it in up here, 4 times 6 on this side is 24. Plugging 7 in for y over here gives us 21, plus 3 is also 24. So yay, it worked. Okay, and you guys can pause anywhere in here that you need. On number 5, same thing. Go through your steps on the front side of your sheet. Get x or y by itself in one of the equations. It already is right here. So that means we can take this. What is this? This is y. Y is this. Y equals this. And we can put it into the other equation, substitute it in right there for y. So we're going to rewrite this equation by substituting this in. So the 4x just drops down, the plus drops down, the 5 drops down. Instead of writing y, we write what y is. And it is 3x minus 13. We drop the rest of the equation down. Now, on the bottom of the second line of step 2, it says you should now only have x's or y's. And we do. We only have x's. Our y's are gone because we substituted x's, in this case this, in for y. So now this part you should be able to do. We've done this a lot of times this year. We are going to distribute first. I'm going to drop down 4x. I'm going to distribute. 5 times negative 13 is negative 65. You can use a calculator if you need to. Then our steps for solving after distributing would say combine like terms on either side. There's only an 11 over here, so over here put your x's together. 4 of these plus 15 of these is 19. Drop the rest down. Add 65 to both sides right here. So that will cancel out. I have 19x on this side. 11 plus 65, plus because that's the opposite of minus or negative. 11 plus 65 is 76. Divide both sides by 19, and we get x equals 4. Again, use a calculator if you need it. So now, as a part of our answer, we always need both parts of the coordinate. So x is 4. We need to find y. Find your equation. Right here is an equation to help us find y. y is 3x minus 13. That did not do us any good before, but now that we know x, it will do us good. That means we do 3 times 4, which is 12, and 12 minus 13 is negative 1. So our y is negative 1. If we plug that both into both equations, it will work. So you know that you have done it correctly.